What's up everyone, welcome back to another episode of Cars Garage. Today I'm going to react to Dog's video and reviews on Maserati GranTurismo. And this is a 2014 Maserati GranTurismo Sport. And I'm going to tell you why this is the only good Maserati you can buy today beside the MC20.
Starting with the folding key. Basically, every other car at this price point has a key. You leave in your pocket, you get in, you push a button. Not this. In this car, you still have to press the unlock button to unlock the doors, get in, stick the key in the ignition like a Toyota 4Runner, an old school truck, and also a 100.
Well, Dog is right. We do have a physical folding key here. Basically, you need to flip it up and insert into the actual ignition in order to start up the car. And I agree, it is very old school, but think about the Ferrari 360, F430, even some newer Ferrari models. You still need to insert the physical key into the ignition, then press the button to start. And no one ever complained about that. They love it. The thing is a way of waking up your car, you know.
These clock radio screen, very, very old school, but also just the controls themselves. There are 17 different climate control buttons on this car. Vast.
Okay, Dog is right again, but I have a very different reviews on the AC units here inside the GranTurismo. This is actually, I believe, the same unit they put on the older Quattroporte models, but it is very easy to operate. Although it makes the car look very old, I admit, but all you need to do is to turn it on. One button to turn it on, and you select your airflow, internal circulation, and you're good to go. You know, you really don't need to press all the different 17 buttons in order to operate the air condition. However, it does turn on by itself sometime. You never know when, but sometime it will turn on by itself. Then you have to manually shut it down. I guess it's a very common problem on the GranTurismo, but I just love this air conditioning design. It's very easy to use, and it's not connected to the information system, so you don't have to change your AC setting unless you turn on your information system and go to the menu settings. So I actually like it. You know, this is very easy to use.
Phone numbers, because we didn't have cell phones to put them in. You can dial up somebody with your Maserati phone dial pad. Now,
let's talk about the keypad. And Dog is correct. We have a physical keypad here. Now, the reason why Maserati did that is because some of the cars does come with this SIM card slot where you can insert a SIM card to receive, I believe, a 2G signal. So if you have a signal received it from the car, and if you want to call someone, obviously you don't have your phone, you cannot connect your phone with the 2G signal. So what you do is just press the keypad here to call someone. And I think other cars like the Mercedes S-Class, the 7 Series, some models, they came with a physical keypad, and I really like it. I mean, it's kind of old. I don't really use it, but it's good to have it here just in case you need to call someone from the 2G SIM card slot.
Your heated seat is on, fair enough. The weird thing though is the passenger seat is set up the exact same way, including the little gauge cluster display when you turn it on. So you're driving down the road, the passenger puts on their heated seat, and it shows up in the gauge cluster taking precedence over your current speed that the passenger has just adjusted their heated seat temperature. Makes no logical sense.
Then let's talk about the heated seats. So I'm going to open my door. You will actually see the heating seat control right here. So it's like a dial, and you have to push it around to get it forward, second, and whenever you push it, there's a message on the screen saying, oh, right now you're on level 1, right now you're on level 2, you know, right now you're on level 0. It is kind of funny, but I believe when I had my camping course and Grand Sport, whenever you turn on the heated seats, there will be a big warning light on the dashboard saying, hey, the heated seat is on. I don't know why they did that, but you know, the message will display briefly because there's no other way to know whether or not the heated seat is on, and it will stay there for like a couple of seconds, then it will disappear. Well, I admit it's kind of bizarre, but because heated seat is not controlled from the AC unit, so somehow they hardwired it to the computer system.
Logo on it, again reminding you that it might be old, but at least it's cool. Now, other interesting items in this car go beyond how old.
Alright guys, dog, you are correct, but you missed one thing. Now, I do have the Maserati original iPod adapter, but if you unplug the adapter, there's actually a USB slot as well as a AUX input here. So basically you don't need the adapter at all. If you don't have an iPod, you can just plug in your USB stick drive into that slot and copy the music into the factory hard drive, or just play it with it. I do have my USB hard drive here. All I have to do is just plug it in, as simple as that. It also comes with additional iPod to lightning cable adapter, so you can connect your phone. So there are many different ways to listen to music, and you don't have to stick it with the iPod only. And I think you missed the option over there. 454 horsepower, but the first thing you notice when you open up the hood is just how far back the engine is set in the engine compartment. It basically only takes up half of the engine compartment. And I think the reason for that is they want to push it further back to put it more in the middle of the car for weight distribution, as opposed to putting it out over the front wheels. Then the front of the car starts to feel heavy. But by doing this, they've contributed to something I've never really liked about the look of this car, which is the front end is just too long, and then it comes to a point in the front where the grille looks like a fish. And let's talk about the fish grille. Dog, I disagree, because this car is the most beautiful, exotic looking car I've ever seen compared to most other models. This is very iconic Maserati design, but I agree with you, because the engine is a mid-engine, it's been pushed it all the way to the mid-side of the car. The grille is very low to the ground, and you cannot even see the hood from the driver's seat. But if you think about the Ferrari Portofino, if you think about the Ferrari 360, and some other like California models, they share a very similar design. You know, they all have this very lowered, large grille, white grille design, and it looks just like a car, you know, designed by Ferrari. So, but one thing I notice is I keep scratching the under panel of the car. You can actually see from here, because it's so low to the ground. I mean, the car is a factory height, but you know, the front end is very low to the ground compared to the rear, and it does not look like a fish grill in my opinion. It's very aggressive. It has a lot of vents, because this model does come with the MC front bumper. So yeah, I disagree. Alright guys, thanks for watching today's episode. I hope you enjoyed this video. Remember to comment, subscribe, and hit the like button. As always, I'll see you guys very soon. Cheers!